America. This is Kim from Geauga Firearms Academy. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to do a really exciting episode about what to do if you're pulled over by the police with a CCW.
Kim has been stopped by law enforcement, so notice first off that she's rolled her windows down. She's left her hands at 10 and 2. So what's the first thing you didn't do that most people would think to do?
Go right for your purse or your glove box or wherever your information is.
Because remember, law enforcement isn't back there playing Scrabble. They're watching you and relaying data. And so the moment you start moving around trying to get stuff, the officers are now starting to think, well, what are they going for? Are they stashing drugs? Are they loading guns? What are they doing? Okay. So Kim's done the right thing so far, kept her hands at 10 and 2, and has waited for the officer to come up to the car. One of the things that's very important to understand in any traffic stop is that there is no such thing as a routine traffic stop. The officers don't know if it's little Granny Smith from down the road or somebody who has nothing to lose who just stole a car. And so every traffic stop is a high-stress scenario. So anything that we can do to reduce the stress for an officer is obviously going to play out into our favor. So first off, by keeping our hands at 10 and 2 and complying with the officer, rolling down our window, and then doing what we need to do as far as our state regulations are required, are very important. So again, this is not going to be legal advice, but in the state of Ohio, we're required to notify law enforcement of what?
That we have a CCW and that we are carrying it.
All right. And there's a couple ways that we can do that. We can, of course, say, hey, I've got my permit and I have my gun. But rather than using the gun or weapon or pistol, I find that there's a much better way to do this.
I have my CCW permit and I have my CCW on me in my 4 o'clock position in my waistband. What would you like me to do?
Perfect. And so the reason that we say that verbiage rather than say gun or weapon or pistol, whatever the case is, because I just disclosed everything I had to without actually saying anything that might raise a level of stress. I mean, realistically, a lot of times you're going to have a senior officer and a rookie officer, and when the rookie officer hears a word gun or weapon, it can raise a stress, and it's unnecessary. Concealed carry weapon in the state of Ohio, by the way, there is no such thing. There is no such thing as a CCW permit. It's called a CHL, a concealed handgun license. States vary from state to state, of course, but regardless, CCW is widely accepted, and it simply means a concealed carry weapon. So I simply said, or Kim simply said, that she had a concealed carry weapon permit and that she had a CCW, or concealed carry weapon, on her person. And I think it's a much smoother way to address that issue. Okay, so then the officer takes whatever information that they're going to need, driver's license, your permit, registration, proof of insurance, and so forth. And again, you're going to wait for whatever the officer's discretion is. And now, you have to understand there's going to be policies that are going to vary slightly, but different policies from department to department. But it's always going to come down to officer discretion, because if Kim is acting like she is now, obviously I'm going to treat her much differently than if she's some wigged-out crack addict acting all crazy and threatening. Obviously, how I respond, or whoever the law enforcement officer is going to respond accordingly. So Kim's doing everything absolutely correct right now. Kim, is there anything that you want to talk about that you should definitely not do?
The one thing you do not want to do is touch your weapon in any way without being told to do so.
Alright, well, this is just about the part now we start talking about sexual favors here. I'm only kidding, people. Lighten up, for goodness sake.
If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. You can also now find us on Facebook. Please share this video with as many people as you can so we can get our message out. And until next time, remember, it's always better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
It's so good. You don't have to hold it. It's so good. You don't have to hold the string.
I know. I was just nervous. To be judged by 6 than carried by 12. Oh, I said that wrong.